A lot of severe thunderstorm warnings running up and down all of East Tennessee. So we are going to continue to keep you posted as we continue to populate and head through head through the rest of the afternoon. So let's go ahead and get right to it. Not quite sure who's going to be on here, who's joining me on social media here. But we've got a whole line of strong to severe thunderstorms that are rolling on through East Tennessee. So just wanted to give you an update on how things are all playing out for the rest of the day today. It is Saturday, by the way. Happy Saturday. We sure hope you're having a great day, and we'll continue to see how this all plays out as we head through the next several hours. And so I see a few of you are starting to show up here on social media, so thanks so much for joining me. Of course, we will continue to go live as long as there's the threat for strong to severe thunderstorms. Nothing too major actually right now. I did have a report that there was a, let's see here. It looks like a third-party report coming in from a ham radio guy with the National Weather Service saying basically, what's up, Denise? Saying a cell tower behind a U-Haul on Alcoa Highway in Alcoa had taken a lightning strike, and apparently it's smoking. No visible flames, but heavy smoke. Authorities have been notified. So that's kind of the biggest thing so far here this hour. What's up, Denise? So again, we do have a slew of severe thunderstorm warnings, so let's go ahead and walk you through all that as we continue to head through the day today. The warnings go up and down East Tennessee, all the way from the Tennessee-Kentucky border down toward Chattanooga. Again, nothing seems to be too major so far, so that's good news, but it is Saturday. Happy Saturday. A lot of folks were, it was hot, it was muggy, a lot of folks getting out on the lake. So if you know anybody on the lakes, just give them a quick call on the cell phones and say, hey, listen, Witcher's on a Facebook Live, not because it's crazy severe weather right now, but due to the fact that, we've got a lot of severe storms, or possible severe thunderstorms anyways, that are going to continue to move their way through East Tennessee. I will tell you the caveat on this. The good news is we will continue to see improving weather conditions once this line comes through. It's early. It came in about, what time is it, 3:16? It came about 2 hours early, which sometimes this happens when you have those big disturbances coming through. Models really have a hard time seeing how fast that's going to rip through the atmosphere. And these little disturbances typically move faster in the jet stream as well. All right, so with all that said, let's just go through the warnings here for you. I'll get back to questions here in a second, and we'll start on the far top right-hand side of your screen, and then around Claiborne County, up towards Morristown and Hamblin County. We have a severe thunderstorm warning that will expire in about 12 minutes for areas right around Morristown. Jefferson City, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning for you that's going to expire in 57 minutes. The National Weather Service has issued this. This is for eastern Knox County, Blount County, Jefferson County, Granger, Union, and Sevier County. This will run until 4:15. Again, it's 3:17 right now. The biggest hazards with any of the storms today are going to be damaging winds. Listen, tornadoes, while we do have a tornado threat anytime we see severe weather, it does not look like the atmosphere is conducive for tornadic spin or spin in the atmosphere. But we got a lot of wind and we got a lot of instability, and we can translate all that down to the ground. And so so that's why we have severe thunderstorm warnings, just in case. Winds anywhere from 60 miles per hour or greater, not to mention some penny-sized hail. So that warning we're talking about right now is in the far right-hand side of your screen. You can see it on your screen right now as well. It's going to include places like Knoxville, but everybody's going to be included in some sort of maybe warning and or some sort of stormy activity. Everybody's getting wet here by the end of the day, but this does look like this will subside for your evening plans. And if you joined me on social media, I know a lot of you have, you'll also notice that I did give you an update saying, hey, listen, things will probably improve for those evening hour plans. If you have date night tonight or dinner night, listen, I know some folks that are getting maybe weddings or getting proposed to. If you are, and you don't know it yet, congratulations. I know I've been talking with a few viewers on social media saying there are activities going on in their lives, and they were just wondering what's going on there. All right, so let's move right along the line. We'll go right over to the Knox County area. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning for Knoxville and much of Knox County. This will expire in about 25 minutes, but I would likely be reissued because we have this line stretching all the way from Jellicoe down through La Follette, Clinton, Loudoun, Sweetwater, Athens, Dayton, and a little bit further back to the west. But you can see over Cumberland County, we don't have those intense reds and oranges anymore. Yeah, That's the back end of the main event, if you will. So severe thunderstorm warning for Knox County, Anderson, Blount County, and Sevier County. This runs until 3:45. Again, it's 3:19 right now. Listen, we've got over 5,300 lightning strikes right now around East Tennessee. So the point is if you're outside, you need to get inside, right? Not because of tornadoes or anything like that, just because lightning. I don't want to be outside during lightning. We've got a very juicy atmosphere, and that's going to lead to just some torrential downpours, which also is going to lead to some strong gusty winds as well. All right, we'll go down to Etowah, Athens, Madisonville, Sweetwater. Currently do have a severe thunderstorm warning there for another 9 minutes, so not a big deal there. But we do have some heavier rain showers showing up from Sweetwater. Sweetwater, you're actually, if you're not getting it yet, you will soon. Nyota, Athens in the thick of it now. One of the strongest parts of the cell right there in moving through Nyota. Englewood, Madisonville, Von Orr, Greenback. You're going to be next in line. Etowah, starting to see the leading edge of that. If it's not already raining there already now. And remember, radar updates are every 5 minutes. And so just because it's showing rain on top of you now, or maybe doesn't show rain, maybe it is already raining, especially if you're right clear close to the line. All right, so I'm going to just check in on some chat here real quick, see what all you all are saying, see if there's anything that I need to talk about. I'll say hello to Jennifer. You're welcome. Sharon. It's coming down hard in South Knox right now, so the storm is it's storming big time. So thanks for that update there, Sharon. Carrie, hello. Candy, hello. Lisa, hello. Ryan, hello. You're welcome. Heather, hello there. Debbie, you're welcome. Carolyn, you're absolutely welcome. Everybody who's saying thank you, absolutely. I mean, that's why I wanted to jump on real quick. I debated going, well, it doesn't look to be anything major. I haven't seen any major reports coming through with the National Weather Service yet, and so like, yeah. But listen, it's Saturday, right? And I told you if there was some severe weather moving in, I'd probably show up on social media. So here I am. And again, behind me, we do have that severe thunderstorm warning. Let me go ahead and just show you what that looks like here real quick. So we've got a lot of folks out there that are wanting to see the updates. Let's see what's going on here. Who else is in chat here right now? Robbie, I hear thunder. Lisa, raining hard in Seymour with thunder and lightning. But if you see damage, or if you have any sort of hail, or you have a rain gauge, and you can be safe, give me an update. It just doesn't seem like we're going to see a whole lot now. I will say that the National Weather Service also, it looks like, issued a flash flood warning. So Anderson and Morgan County, as well as Scott County, a flash flood warning has been issued by their National Weather Service. Says flash flood warning for west central Anderson, southeastern Morgan, south central Scott County. This runs until 6:30. Okay, so we're talking about let's see, heavy rain at 3:26. Doppler radar indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the warned area. Additional rainfall amounts of possibly 1 to 2 inches of rain before this is all said and done, and that's where they issued the flash flood warning. So when you actually go to the radar product, we look at the amount of rain. So we'll just go to there. You can see why they've issued a flash flood warning, because we've got that bullseye right there in that area where, yeah, Doppler radar picking up anywhere from 1.5, about 1.25 to nearing 2 inches, right just to the north of Wartburg, Oliver Springs area. So we're talking about Frozen Head State Park, Petros area. Not a lot of folks in and around this area. That's the mountainous terrain just north of Oliver Springs and Wartburg. So I don't think it's going to cause anything major, but hopefully nobody is hiking over there at Frozen Head State Park, because that would not be a great hike back down. So again, Rockford, Maryville, you're going to be next in line. Some of the heaviest rain through Sweetwater, Philadelphia, and Loudoun County. Anybody has travel plans along or Interstate 75, it's going to be soggy and slow going. If you don't have great tires on your car and you're getting ready to hit the road, something to keep in mind. Yeah, you just travel slowly and a little bit more safely, and slow it down just a little bit. Windy now in Kodak. Thank you, Jana, for passing that along. We've got Patty. We had small hail in Halls at about 3 o'clock, probably about pea-sized hail. This is not the kind of storm system that's going to produce some really large hail. It's the kind of storm system that produces more heavy rain. I mean, the atmosphere is juicy. We had dew points in the 70s and even low 80s. That's why it was so darn muggy today. At least during the peak heating, which is typically right about now, at least we have some rain coming in, because it's going to cool us down. But remember, if we have evening plans here later on this evening, we will continue to see just that mugginess that will come on through. All right, the National Weather Service just now issuing another severe thunderstorm warning. Hail possibility of 3/4 of an inch. So that wouldn't be the reason why they issued the warning. It would be due to the winds of 60 miles per hour or greater. That does include Anderson, Campbell, Claiborne, Granger, Jefferson, Knox, and Union County. So let's show you that. Let's show you the latest radar image here anyways, and show you how that's going to affect those counties with the latest severe thunderstorm warning. So that latest severe thunderstorm warning, it kind of gets a little messy with all the warnings out there, but we'll click on the latest one. That expires in 14 minutes. Let's try this one. I think that's the latest one. Yeah, here's the latest warning. I'll read out some cities so you know exactly what's going on. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 4:15. Let's see here. This would be for, let's see if I can get it right here. That's been canceled. So we're starting to get some warnings canceled on the backside. So that's good. These storms, by the way, are moving to the east at about 30 miles per hour. Let's see. Morristown continues. Here's the latest warning right here. So this would be for Claiborne. Okay, so I'm in the wrong spot here. Let's go up. So that would be for this one right here. Yeah, severe thunderstorm warning for this one right here. So they're saying for Claiborne County, Knox, Anderson, Jefferson, Campbell, Granger, and Union counties. So big warning there, because we got a big widespread storm. We've got hazards of 60 miles per hour, penny-sized hail. So again, that kind of confirms what we had reports of in Halls with some smaller hail. It is radar indicated. So these are the cities: Maynardville, Rutledge, and Granger County, New Tazewell, Tazewell, and Claiborne County, Plainview, Blaine, Norris, Luttrell, Springdale, and Lone Mountain. So if I call that a city that you live in or you're familiar with, this is along Interstate 75 between miles markers 116 and 121. Sometimes I wonder why they give mile markers for anything at all. Does anybody know where mile marker they even live off of? Some of us do, I understand, but not all of us do. We just kind of know where we live, right? All right, so that's the latest warning by the National Weather Service. Looks like another one may have just been issued. Let's see this one for Madisonville. Yeah, so Madisonville. So this one's from National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for, let's see, Bradley County, Loudoun County, Polk, McMinn, southwestern Blount, Monroe County, and south central Roane County. This is in effect until 4:15, so for 45 more minutes. Hazards again will be the wind gust. That's going to be the major thing, along with the torrential downpours and saturated ground. A lot of moisture in the atmosphere, so localized flooding and flash flooding, of course, can't be ruled out. We got places like Maryville, Athens, Sweetwater, Loudoun, Madisonville, Etowah, Charleston, Englewood, Von Orr, and Greenback. It's along Interstate 75 between mile markers of 37 and 73. If you happen to know where that happened, if you happen to know where you live in that area. So again, severe thunderstorm warnings up and down this. It does look like the strongest cells right now. Some of the strongest cells are basically Farragut southward, and that's really going to be what we're going to be watching here as we head through the rest of the day. Some of those storms, I think, across the Southern Valley are going to be the ones that are going to cause a little bit more of a mess. And so I think that's really what we're going to be dealing with here at this hour. Hold on one second. So about 2 miles out. I'll be right back. I'm just going to leave the radar. I'm going to loop this for you. I will be right back, my friends, okay? Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. I will be right back. I just got to go talk to the workers outside. Make There we are. All right, let's go through the chat real quick. Sorry about that. How to keep everyone safe so they can get out of the rain. It's getting ready to move into my area. And by the way, I don't have everything that I'm doing right now hooked up to any sort of backup or anything. If I lose power, we'll call it a day today. But I really appreciate you being with me here today. If I lose power quite a bit when it really storms where I'm at. And so if I do, we'll probably call it a day unless I need to go back down as I get everything to kind of get populated again or come back up, right? Not raining in Louisville off of Topside Road. Hubby is still mowing. Well, let's see here. Yeah, that's probably not going to last too much longer there, Kathy. Chris, slowing down in Kingston. Cool, thank you very much. Tammy, pea-size hail in the Vestal community. Oh, Ashley, come on. Ye Old Steakhouse. That sounds amazing. That's going to be perfect. One of my favorites. If you've never been to Ye Old Steakhouse off of Chapman Highway, it's so good. We've got thunder in Rogersville. So storming in Deer Lodge. No, I don't see any reports of anything too bad yet. So that's good. But remember, just because we have a severe thunderstorm warning for your area does not necessarily mean it's going to happen unless we have an official report from a ground truth or somebody on the ground. It just means that this is the extent of what we could see, and as storms develop, we could tap into that. And so that's why either National Weather Service issues the warnings. Remember, we've been under that severe thunderstorm watch from earlier today. Hey, Seymour, getting hit really hard right now. Winds are really bad. Judy, thank you. Meredith, just getting started in Lenore City, but of course, I'm a little bit behind on the chat, so Lenore City's getting dumped on right now. Jerry Thompson, it's dark here. Wind in Sweetwater. Sweetwater's obviously getting the rain. Let me catch up to chat. I'm way behind on chat. Okay, let me catch up to chat. There we go. I'm at the bottom. A lot of noise and a lot of rain in Carnes. Thank you, Michael. Jane, pouring rain in Halls again. Very dark. Again, I don't want anybody to be concerned about any sort of tornadic activity. That is likely not the case here today. We just don't have spin. I know we've had the strong storm on Monday, but it does not look like that is anywhere near the case here today. So that's good news. Don't worry about tornadoes. Not the case here today. Large hail's not necessarily the case either. If you have a garden or any of your vehicles outside, probably more likely pea-size hail than anything else. But it's going to be the torrential rain and, of course, the incredible lightning. Right now, we're up to, well, let's see it. Right now, across East Tennessee alone, we're at 4,200 lightning strikes. Rain and wind in Philadelphia. Rosetta, thank you. It's nice doing weather this way rather than wearing a suit. I'm done with suits, my friend. I'll wear them if I need to. I've worn them for too long. Let's see. Sure sounded like hail pinging off my front windows. I'm in Seymour. Yeah, I mean, hail's not necessarily going to be out of the question. Getting hit pretty hard there in Mooresburg. Liz, thank you. Pouring very windy in Hancock County. It is indeed. Let me zoom out my radar again to give you a little bit of a wider view as I talk to some of you all. All right, is that a better view there? All right, pouring very heavy rain in Hancock County. Thank you, Jason. The line that's coming over the west towards Western Avenue. Is there any rotation? So we're at Eric. No, there's no rotation. It's going to be just incredible rain. We've got so much moisture in the atmosphere. That's what's going to lead to the heavy rain. Now, as I say that, any storm system, you necessarily can't always rule out the possibility of a spin up. Just the nature of severe weather, right? But when you look at the atmosphere, we just didn't have the spin. This is an upper level disturbance. We've got a lot of moisture in the atmosphere. So what happens is just pretend like this disturbance comes in. It's like a bulldozer. And basically, if you join me on TV, I talked about this all the time, but it's a bulldozer lifting the air. Well, what happens when you lift the air? I talk to kids all the time about the water cycle, right? You lift the air, you cool it, you condense it. If we've got a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, we condense it. Well, the temperatures don't have to drop that much, right? If our dew points are in the 70s and 80s, all we have to do is cool the air to the 70s and 80s. That's it. And then you get saturation. And because of that, we get torrential downpours. All right, so no rotation with these storms. Yeah, I agree with you, Elizabeth. She said, I don't like when they reference mile markers either. I would say just give cross streets and street names, but mile markers are good for a certain thing. Hey, by the way, I'm stuck between mile marker 75 and 78, and then people can find you, right? Get it. But when we're talking reference to roads, I don't like that either. All right, here we go. We're in Claxton, lots of thunderstorms, a lot of wind and rain, thunder in La Follette. Just started in Pigeon Forge. Yeah, and the good news is Pigeon Forge, Sevierville, and like say Kodak, you'll probably get a quick little break, and then the whole line comes through. It's storming pretty good now here at my house. Let's see here. I don't know if you can see outside. Let's see if you can see outside. No, not really. It's done pretty good though. All right, let's see. Windy and Powell, lightning and thunder, West Knoxville. Any estimate for when it should be out of downtown? Want to meet some friends at, well, Luke, one of my favorite places, by the way. And so, yeah, wants to be in downtown later on this evening. I do think that this is going to wind down. So it's 3:45. I'd say the backside of the storm is roughly from downtown Knoxville. The very backside of the storm is 104 miles away. So I'd say, what, 2, 3, 3:45, 4:45, 5:45. Probably by 6:45, maybe. Let's say between 6 and 8. Just CYA, right? CYB. 6 to 8 o'clock, it should be done raining. Okay. You gonna come say hi to everybody? I'm never gonna do severe weather coverage again without my boys joining us. Okay, you might as well come on and just say hi to everyone. Chris, you're funny. Mike Witcher's weather window. I love it. Liz, bad lightning strikes now with wind still pretty strong here in Mooresburg. So Mooresburg is getting hit pretty strong. We got Brittany saying hello. Hello, Brittany. So again, let's go over some of the warnings. If you're just now joining, let's go over some of these warnings here for you. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hello.
Okay, don't be silly. We're live. But you can be silly. It's fine. Hello. Come back here, Kipton. All right, so let's go over the warnings. We've got another warning now for Upper East Tennessee. So severe thunderstorm warning for another 31 minutes right now. It includes places like it's going to be Claiborne, Hawkins, Hancock, Granger, Lee County, Virginia, Scott County, Virginia as well. This goes until 4:45. We're talking about winds of about 60 miles per hour. This is radar indicated. And so we will continue to watch that. Let's see. Anything else from the National Weather Service? Severe thunderstorm warning now. Let's see. This is at 3:43. So this was just issued. Severe thunderstorm warning for Anderson, Blount, Granger, Jefferson, Knox, Loudoun, and Sevier County. So it's this one right here. Let me zoom into this one right here. So this is the latest warning issued by the National Weather Service. Again, we've got Greenback, Von Orr, Tellico Plains, Etowah, Madisonville, Sweetwater, Nyota, Athens, Charleston. And the National Weather Service says on this one, this is until 4:15. Severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Loudoun to 6 miles northwest of Benton, moving east at 35 miles per hour. So remember I said we got about 100 miles to the back edge of the storm. So 30 miles an hour, 100 miles, we're looking at about 3 hours. That was pretty close, right? Let's see. Law enforcement reported multiple trees down across McMinn County. So McMinn County law enforcement expect debris off of roofs, sliding in trees. This includes Interstate 75. I'll give you mile markers because that's what it comes from the National Weather Service, but 73, mile markers 73 and 70, 37 and 73. Yes, sir.
Camera.
Camera's right there, buddy. Okay. So let's see. We've got another severe thunderstorm. Talked about that one. We've expired the severe thunderstorm warning for Polk County. That's good news. They canceled the severe thunderstorm warning for Ray County, so that's good news for you. Basically, anybody from Scott, Morgan, Roan, say Loudon, Ray, Meigs, down toward Chattanooga, anybody west basically of Harriman, everything's going to be winding down. You're going to deal with some heavier rain showers, and then that should be about the extent. Let's see. Rain just go away. Jaden wants to come over to your house. Ivanka. Yeah, Jaden can't come over right now, Ivanka, unless you drive him down here. It came down hard in Eaton Crossroads. Thanks, Barb, for that. Let's see. Sheila, you're welcome. Thanks for watching. Kimberly, let's see. Oh, okay, good news. Yeah, see, that's why it went on, right? We've got pretty good little crack of thunder right there, bud. They had softball tournament going on in the Carnes community. They had everybody leave the area. Well, I suppose that the fields are going to be nice and wet, so they're not going to be able to continue that. Getting really ugly in Dandridge. Let's go over to Dandridge here for a second. Dandridge, yeah. So Dandridge, you're going to get some pretty good storms here in just a couple of more minutes, but then you might get a break before the stuff in Knoxville comes on through. And then that whole line will come through. Jan, hello, Teresa. I'm probably going to lose power. If I lose power, I apologize. We'll try to come back up and run. Hit Carnes pretty bad. Alicia, thank you. Everybody saying hi. I think they left. Storm in Jefferson City, no yard work. Hey! Let's see. Hey, neighbor. I'm just going through chat. Bad lightning strikes now with some pretty strong storms here. All right. I'm getting hit hard in Louisville. Let's go to Louisville, shall we? Louisville, Rockford, Alcoa, Maryville. Yeah, it is Friendsville, Greenback. It is rocking and a rolling for sure. Heavy rain along Pellissippi Parkway. It is rolling up and down Alcoa Highway right now from, say, Pellissippi Parkway on the southern end all the way up to downtown. It's going to be a mess along Pellissippi Parkway. We come up along 640, 275, so downtown Knoxville's getting ready to get rocked hard. The good news is Saturday the farmers market's over, so hopefully everybody got to get everybody in from the farmers market before that moved in. Heavy rain moving back into the Clinton community, so Clinton, heavy rain moving its way back into your area. And I know you do have that big market here tonight, which, by the way, if you're looking for something to do tonight, and you have never been to the downtown area of Clinton, they've got this great market going on later on this evening. They're going to have food trucks, vendors, antique stores. You go walk in, shop, walk around, enjoy the evening. Severe thunderstorm warning now for Cocke, Jefferson, and Sevier County. So let's go to that. Severe thunderstorm warning for Cocke, Jefferson, and Anderson County. It is this storm in the center of your screen. Not a lot of activity right now, right? So right along the Parkway in Sevier County, it's moving just south of Dandridge, Douglas Lake area. This will continue to the east, and so they're just issuing these ahead of that. Bainbury, Newport, Parrotsville. This is the information that the National Weather Service sent out, which, by the way, we always appreciate everything that they do. So they issued this the severe thunderstorm warning for Jefferson, Cocke, and Sevier County till 4:45. It is 3:45, so they're expecting this whole line to come on through. Let's see. This is moving to the east at 20 miles per hour, this particular part of the storm. It is radar indicated. We're talking about places like Sevierville, Newport, Dandridge, Bainbury, Parrotsville, Bybee, Chestnut Hill, Harrisburg, Bird Crossing, and Fair Garden. This includes Interstate 40 between mile markers 410 and 415, and 424 and 443. I don't even know why I'm giving you the mile markers, but large hail damaging wind, continuous ground to cloud to ground lightning, for sure going to be showing up with that one. Not to mention torrential rain. So severe thunderstorm warning there, and they're going to continue to, likely issue more of these along the way. Getting a ham radio update here. Sevier County, 2.5-inch rainfall rates in Seymour. That's a solid downpour. Standing water, by the way, getting reports coming in. Standing water right now on Interstate 40 and Paper Mill. So if you're on Interstate 40 Paper Mill, and again, I said, listen, if you don't have great tires on your car, now's the time to watch out for that, or just drive slowly, or just wait a little bit. See, so the National Weather Service has now canceled the severe thunderstorm warning for Bradley, Hamilton, Loudoun, McMinn, Marion, Meigs, Monroe, and Roane County. So if I just called out your county, no more warnings. Yes, you're going to deal with the rain on the backside of this, but that should be just about the extent of it. We'll start to see improving conditions. I'll move this radar map over just a little bit so everyone can see a little bit more. There we go. So you can see the areas, the yellow areas, obviously those are the warnings. We're getting some heavy rainfall. Alicia. Now, the funny thing is you said Misty Oz, or is that 0Z? Are you talking meteorology with me, or is you talking about somebody else? Thundering here now off of Maryville off of Sevierville Road. I'm in the Douglas Lake area off of Dandridge, and it's storming with heavy rain and winds. Thank you, Robin. And again, you've got that first batch coming through the Douglas Lake area, Dandridge, but the whole line back to you that stretches all the way from Knoxville down to Etowah. You can see that line right here from, let's show you the leading edge of that line. That line right there. That's what still needs to come through, and that's some of the strongest storm activity right now, and that's the one that they're issuing the warnings for. So Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, Maryville. Again, Maryville, you're going to get more of it here in just a matter of moments. And so more severe thunderstorms expected there. Let's see. Thunder boomers in Fountain City. We've got dark loud. Let's see, lots of lightning and dancing around. Downpouring of rain right now in Von Nor. So, Sheila, thank you so much for that. Shirley, pouring in Greenback, lots of wind. Thanks for the updates. You're welcome. Denise, you're very welcome. Beth, let's see, Alicia. Let's go back through the chat here a little bit. Very heavy downpours, not much wind, a lot of thunder in Louisville. Pouring down in Carnes. Tell us about Von Nor. So I think what's her face told us about Von Nor already, but let's go down to Von Nor because, yep. Well, Von Nor. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind on the chat. It's hard to kind of drive the radar and do chat at the same time, but we're gonna make it through it together, right? And again, these are damaging winds and torrential downpours. That's going to be the biggest thing that's going to be ongoing. Let's see. National Weather Service has now canceled the severe thunderstorm warning for Roane County. So Roane County, you are in the clear. They continued the severe thunderstorm warning for Cherokee, North Carolina, Blount County, Loudoun, Bradley County, McMinn, Monroe, and Polk County. That runs, they're going to continue the severe thunderstorm warning there. So really, I haven't seen a whole lot of reports. We had some reports earlier in and around the Southern Valley of some trees down. This is all going to come to an end, and we're going to start to see improving conditions. And it should turn out to be a rather pleasant, but yet muggy and sweaty evening around East Tennessee. Good night for maybe some watermelon. By the way, I'm just going to give you a little side note. I should post it on my social media. If you've never had this, I'm going to highly recommend it. Get a piece of paper, and I'm going to give you a recipe that's just amazing for watermelon. Okay, just real quick. I'm getting sidetracked here, I know, but you take watermelon, you cut it up in little tiny pieces, little square-inch pieces. You take some goat cheese and sprinkle that on top. You take mint. Get some fresh mint. It's on sale right now at the grocery store. Chop that up really fine and sprinkle that on top. And you take a balsamic glaze and put it on top, and that's all you need. And it is like the best explosion of mouth awesomeness. So check it out. All right, not letting up here in Mooresburg. Can't see the mountains. Raining pretty hard and still considerable thunder and lightning in the Mooresburg community. So thank you for that update, Liz. Sammy, let's see. Sammy, you're cracking me up, buddy. But that's where I'm going. Stick with me, my friends. There's a lot more of this to come. Rutledge Pike, and it's raining hard and dark. Brian, thank you for that. Any updates on Crossville? We're headed to drop off a daughter at Tennessee Tech. So, Ashley, anybody traveling to Crossville, if you're leaving, I'm not quite sure where you're coming from, Ashley, but it's just going to be some good, solid, steady rain from basically, let's just go the 40-75 split all the way into Crossville. Crossville's still raining, but no severe weather. The 75 split, I mean, look at this. Let me go back to the radar here real quick. Interstate 75 from Chattanooga all the way up to the 75-40 split, no warnings. Along Interstate 75 and west, all the warnings are now moving east through Maryville, downtown Knoxville, into Monroe and McMinn counties, Blount counties, and that's where some of the strongest storms are. So if you live north of downtown Knoxville, sure, you've got lightning, you've got thunder, you've got some good solid storms, and we do still have some severe thunderstorm warnings that should be allowed to expire here shortly. I think we're going to see improving conditions. I really do. National Weather Service now cancels the severe thunderstorm warning for Anderson. Let's see, Anderson, Campbell, Claiborne, Granger, Jefferson, and Knox and Union County. See, we're starting to see improvements. So anybody downtown Knoxville east, Interstate 40 south, that is where we're seeing some of the strongest storms and that's why we still have those warnings that are going to continue. So basically where I have the camera right there on the radar, that's where we're going to see improving conditions. Blount County, 60 mile per hour measured wind gust off of Starling Road in South Blount County. So South Blount County, Starling Road, we've had a measured wind speed of 60 miles per hour, which is why the National Weather Service issues the severe thunderstorm warnings. Because of that possibility. Anything over 60 miles per hour or greater signifies a severe thunderstorm warning. Any hail larger than the size of a quarter signifies a severe thunderstorm warning. So when we look at the atmosphere and when we forecast the atmosphere, we look at different ingredients to see what kind of aspects we could see out of some of these, and that's exactly what we were anticipating today. Again, the storm's a little bit early today, but that typically happens when we get this big old upper level wave. They move fast in the upper level jet stream pattern, little disturbances, little waves that kick off the activity that we're seeing now. But on the backside of that, you get sinking air. So rising air ahead of it, sinking air on the backside of it. Sinking air is a warming, compressing wind, which means it starts to shut down the precipitation and whatnot. Tammy, hello. Let's see. We've got Kelly. Dandridge is getting hit hard now. Yes, they are. Thank you, Kelly, for that update. Coming down in Pigeon Forge. And it is, but here's the deal, Jill. You get a lot more on the way. So Sevierville is probably going to be in the thick of it. Sevierville, Seymour. Let me go here. I'll show you. Sevierville, Seymour area. Probably in the Seymour. So if you travel Chapman Highway from Knoxville all the way to Sevierville, John Sevierville Highway, you're going to be in the thick of it for quite a bit. While we are seeing some improving conditions there for Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, Townsend, obviously if you look off to the western sky, that is not the case. So we've got a lot more activity on the way. On the northern side of the storm system, we are seeing improving conditions. So anybody along Interstate 75 north of Clinton, so Rocky Top, Caravel, La Follette, Jellicoe, no severe thunderstorm warnings, and likely not to get any more before the day is over. For those of you joining us in Morgan County, also into Anderson and Scott County, the National Weather Service still has that flash flood warning that will run until 6:30. All right, getting a report from the Clinton area that we are getting some very strong wind gusts right now in Clinton. And again, that's where everyone's been getting ready for the evening tonight. There's a big festival going on in Clinton tonight. Food trucks are setting up with vendors and whatnot. Strong wind gusts there now. But the good news is, Clinton folks, Oak Ridge, Oliver Springs folks, improving conditions. So you should be able to get that festival off without a hitch here tonight. Still going to be seeing the rain, but you can see down back to our west towards Cookeville, we're already seeing improving conditions and a drying trend. And that's what's going to take place. And I would imagine, actually, to be honest with you, if we can get that sun to come back out, well, it's 4, 5, 6, so about 2 more hours maybe. If we can get the sun to come back out, you know what that means, right? Whoo! It's going to be steamy. So Sevier County heads up and say from Maryville through Wares Valley, Townsend, more rain moving its way into your area. Dandridge is getting hit hard right now. Tiffany, you're welcome. Oh, wait, Brooke, hold on a second. You cannot cancel dinner plans yet. I said everything's going to be improving. You can't cancel that. We're going to have a nice night. Not worth getting out in this. Thanks for your coverage. You're welcome, Brooke, but hold on a second. Get back on here. Let's chat for a second. I don't think you should have canceled your plans unless dinner is at 4, which is now. We're going to be improving. It's going to be great. Seymour's getting hit hard right now. Heavy rain, hail, and roaring winds in Seymour. Round 2 coming through now. Yes, indeed it is. Husband and kids are at Soaky Mountain. Needless to say, they are shut down. Dollywood's going to be shut down. Soaky Mountain's going to be shut down. Splash Country is going to be shut down. They don't mess with lightning at all. See. Oh, that's from Jackie. Hey, Jackie. That's my neighbor. Anthony, you are welcome. Kelly. Let's see. Anybody have any? Let's see. I still storming in Louisville. Yeah, I mean, it's still going to be storming. But again, so basically along Interstate 75 north of downtown, along Interstate 75 south of downtown, good to go. Heavy rain, solid rain northbound on 75. You can see that showing up on the radar right there. But no severe thunderstorm warnings. Let's see. 3:59. Okay, so new severe thunderstorm warning issued by the National Weather Service. Let's get you the latest on that one. The National Weather Service, that would be for Blount. So Blount, Monroe, and Sevier County. Blount, Monroe, and Sevier County. So that's going to be this warning. No, that's going to be... No, it is going to be this warning. Let's see, Monroe, Blount, Sevier. That would go into Sevier and Monroe. So yeah, that's going to be this morning right here. National Weather Service. Yeah, they issued it at 3:59, so it's 4:01. So this goes until 4:30. They're only issuing it for 30 minutes. So the National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning as strong thunderstorms were located along a line extending from Maryville to 12 miles west of the Smoky Mountains. 20 Mile Creek moving east at 45 miles per hour. Damaging winds of 60 miles per hour or greater would be the extent of that. We're also looking at places. Okay, so the location in this latest severe thunderstorm warning will be Maryville, Gatlinburg, Smoky Mountains, of course, the Fontana area, Townsend, Happy Valley, Citico Beach, Clover Hill, Wares Valley, and Tallahassee. So if I call that your name, the National Weather Service has just issued for 30 minutes a severe thunderstorm warning that includes a storm that's for Alcoa, Maryville South, moving into the national park right now. Other than that, the strongest cell north in Knox County, pushing its way into Sevier County. So along along Alcoa. Well, Alcoa Highway has seen improving conditions, but Chapman Highway, John Sevier Highway, through Seymour and Sevierville. That's where we're seeing some of the heaviest rainfall right now, and that's where that continues. A flood advisory now has been issued by the National Weather Service for Blount and Sevier counties. A flood advisory, so a portion of the East Tennessee, Blount, Knox, and Sevier counties. Due to excessive rainfall, this will run until 6 p.m. tonight, okay? So minor flooding in low-lying and poor drainage areas. So a flood advisory is totally different than obviously a flood warning or a flash flood warning. They're expecting like low-lying areas, poor drainage areas. These are the areas that are going to continue to show some urban flooding or, a lot of ponding of water. And so places like Knoxville, Sevierville, Maryville, just due to heavy rain. So that's what we're dealing with right now in those counties. And so this is all beginning to wind down and things are going to be improving and we'll see a great evening. So let's go back to chat. I want to see if let's see. Does it seem like it's getting worse as it heads towards Pigeon Forge? Well, it's not necessarily going to be worse, Chris, okay? So, but we do have the warning there, right? And so 60 mile per hour winds and some heavy rain is, I think, the essentially what you would get in Pigeon Forge, Sevierville, Gatlinburg area. So I don't think it's necessarily getting worse. But they issued the warning because we do have the possibility of winds upwards of 60 miles per hour. Donald, what did I do? Is it the rain or is it me? What did I do, Donald? Reply back. Let's see, how about Greenville? Greenville, okay, so Greenville's getting, let's go to Greenville for a second. If you ask, I shall give you the information. So Greenville's up here. So Greenville, not much activity, right? It's been pretty nice. You've had a couple of quick showers, maybe. You've probably seen it or hearing it off in the distance, but no major severe weather right now. And I mean, we do have that severe thunderstorm watch that does continue all the way up through the Tri-Cities area. So that does include you folks in Greenville, Bean Station, Rogersville, Burgensville, Kingsport, of course, the Tri-Cities area. So yeah, Greenville, and anybody in Greene County, heavy rain to your west. But the good news is I actually think it's probably going to weaken some, and you likely are not going to get a whole lot of activity. We'll see what the Weather Service does, and I'll keep you up to date, of course, as these slide through. Now, of course, if any warnings, if the warnings die down, I'm out. Right? Have a good day. Enjoy your evening. Things improve. We're going to be great. Ham radio report. Let's see. Knox County reporting Chapman Highway near Moody. Highway is flooding near the Ace Hardware. Okay, so Chapman Highway near Moody Road or New Moody Lane. I know exactly where that is, but right around the Ace Hardware, if you're joining us from South Knoxville, we have some flooding that's happening right there on, I'm assuming Chapman Highway is what I'm assuming there. So let's see. Let's go back to chat. Anybody have any questions? It seemed like it's getting worse. Now I answered you. Donald, still looking for your reply. Have you replied yet? Okay. Rain, go away. Yeah, we're getting there. Let's see here. Thank you, Connie. Appreciate you. Say Mickey in Pigeon Forge right now. Lots of rain right now, and thunder seems to be steady for now. But there's some steadier heavy rain getting ready to move back into Pigeon Forge. So Pigeon Forge, Sevierville, Gatlinburg, heads up. You still are not in the clear yet. For warnings, possible strong storms, producing winds of 60 miles per hour or greater, but also some solid downpours. But if you wanted to get out and about, let's see, 6 o'clock, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, let's see. Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, you're looking literally, I'll tell you here. Hold on one second. The back edge of the heaviest stuff, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, the back edge of the heaviest stuff will be basically 28 miles away. So these are moving at about 30 miles per hour. So just give it 1 hour, which puts us right at 5 o'clock. That's dinner time. You'll be able to get out and enjoy dinner, whether it's all those awesome restaurants in Gatlinburg. So I think dinner plans, don't cancel any dinner plans tonight. We'll be okay. I'm right behind the airport. It was bad for about 10 minutes, but now it's lighting up. See, that's exactly what we're talking about. It's going to lighten up, and we're going to see improving conditions. Newport, getting ready to get heavy rain, and yeah, you're going to be in the thick of it for probably a good solid hour or so once it starts. Mickey, where are you camping, Mickey? He's like, we're camping, yay! We've got a friend, it's a funny joke that a friend of ours says whenever we go camping, or whenever she does anything, she's like, great, it's going to rain. It always rains every time we go camping. It does, but it's just life, right? Although these storms have been a little unusual for the month of August. Raining pretty hard here at Hinkle Road and Seymour. Glad to see you as well, Anita. Joyce, I know you do, but I'm right here. Stay with me, my friends. Storm right now in Seymour. Thanks, Donald. I didn't know if you were like trying to razz me, give me a hard time, like which are, or if it was the rain or whatever it was. But thank you, Donald. I appreciate you. All right, flower farmer here in White Pine Bainbury, praying for no hail. Yeah, you don't want the hail. The good news is I don't think it's going to be damaging hail. Flowers are, obviously sensitive. So hopefully, I don't think hail's not been the major player with any of this, to be honest with you. Let me check a couple things. I mean, could see some, I'll give you an idea on the hail. Let me do a couple things. So if we were to see hail, well, I'll show you actually. Watch this. I will show you what I can do. Right here. Okay, so I'll tell you exactly where we could see hail. Just north of Townsend. See that little white and red area on the screen? That's a better indication of some hail. Maybe some pea-sized hail up in this area, Pigeon Forge. Probably not going to see any, but north of Townsend, right there along 321 between Maryville and Townsend. So I'd say maybe Walland area. No, that's not Walland. Well, yeah, that's kind of Walland. Probably could see maybe a little bit of pea-sized hail. But I don't think it's going to be a lot. And there we go. New scan comes up. So I just don't think hail's going to be the major player. It's going to be some heavy rain. Let's see. Let's see where the heaviest rain has already fallen. Right? So we've seen some solid rain now. South Knoxville's picked up anywhere from about 1.25 inches to probably closer to nearing 2 inches in some locations. That's probably why, I bet that's where the Ace Hardware is. About 2 inches there. On the northern side of Chapman Highway, about 2 inches. The southern side, about 2 inches. So we've seen quite a bit. Sevierville has picked up about 1 inch of rain, but a lot more to come. And then some of the heaviest rain where we do have the flash flood warning is about 2.5 inches of rainfall. So we've seen some decent amount of rain. Let's go back to the radar here. The warnings should start to wind down, I would imagine. Nothing else showing up. Let's go back to chat and see what you guys want to chat about. Anybody else? I wouldn't cancel any dinner plans. We're already seeing the back side of this move its way through. Look at this. Watch this. From the back edge of the heaviest rain, right? Heaviest rain, to say the back edge of where it's basically lightening up and fading off, is 71 miles, okay? 71 miles. This is moving about 30, 35 miles per hour. You've got about 2 hours. So if you were with me earlier, I said about 6 to 7-ish. The rain should probably be done. But the heaviest stuff is already starting to wind down. Knox County, south through the mountains of Loudoun, Blount, Monroe, McMinn counties. That's where the heaviest rain is. And then we'll start to see improving conditions with still some rain showers lingering around the area, but nothing severe. National Weather Service now has allowed the severe thunderstorm warning for Hamilton and Polk County to expire, so they've allowed that one to expire. I would imagine that we're going to continue to see some of these expire. So the heaviest rain right now is along Chapman Highway, John Sevier Highway, 321 Maryville, Townsend area. Let's see here. So Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, huge community with a lot of population, a lot of travelers there. So that's really going to be the biggest concern. I don't want to say concern, but that's where the strongest rain is, and the heaviest rain is going to continue to fall here in just a little bit. I'll show a little radar loop. Let me show you a radar loop, give you an idea of how these are moving through. This is a 30-minute radar loop, so you can see how these are sliding. Let me go this way. Sliding that way, that way. To the east southeast. Let's go back to the chat. Hopefully we don't get a lot of hail for most of you. How bad is it on 66 from chat's getting up Creek to 407? Again, just heavy rain, no major severe. No rain in Jefferson City right now, just some thunder and lightning. Let's see. Sandra, you enjoy your evening as well. I hope you have a good night. What's for dinner? Anybody got any good plans for dinner tonight? Come on, give me some suggestions. My kids are about to lose it, I think. I don't know what they're doing right now. I just decided to hop on here. I left my family. And then they came in and said hi. And then they left me. So, let's see. I'm missing... Hold on. I need to plug in my phone real quick. It's about dead. Hopefully you all had a good Saturday. And got to enjoy a little bit of the morning before things really got crazy. And again, nothing too crazy. Ella, you're welcome. Come on. There's some good restaurants. I'll shout them out. I don't care, but Aubrey's is good. Actually, Gina said she's going to Aubrey's. Their strawberry salad, their chicken strawberry salad, probably hands down one of my favorite things. Pittman Center. Let's go to Pittman Center. Pittman Center's getting heavy rain right now, okay? Carolyn, and there's a lot of heavy rain back to your west. There are severe thunderstorm warnings just to your west, but... they're weakening. So we'll see if the National Weather Service extends those. They've not extended it yet. I'll keep you up to date. South Knoxville has very heavy rainfall. Yeah. Let's see. What else do we have? Gatlinburg getting a lot of thunder. Oh, that was Jackie. Sorry, Jackie. I'm not reading your name. 66 and Gets Creek for 407. Yeah, so heavy rain. Is the hubby heading home right now with the kids? It's going to be some good solid downpours if he's taken, I guess 66, that's Chapman Highway? 66 is Chapman Highway, right? Yeah, it is. There it is. Wow. Oh, 60. Yeah, Chapman Highway. No, that's not Chapman Highway. That's the Parkway. Duh. So the Parkway is getting ready to get nailed with some heavier rain right now. So, Jackie, maybe just call the fam and just tell them to pull over and go get some ice cream or something. Penny, I miss you too, but can't miss me if I'm right here. How can you miss me? Let's see. Pottery Grill Cafe is delicious. Ooh, that sounds good. You're making me hungry now. Ooh, spaghetti with Texas cheese toast. Hilda, you're outdoing yourself right now. I also made let's see, some Greek chicken burgers the other night and some homemade tzatziki sauce. Remember last year we went to Greece? We came back with a recipe book from Greece, and I made the homemade tzatziki sauce. It was so good. Highly recommend that one. Let's see what else we got. So our good friend Jackie just got a brand new car, and a nice one. The hubby decided to take it. Well, he'll be fine. He'll be fine, Jackie. We're not looking at severe hail. It's just heavy rain. And actually, to be honest with you, your car probably operates better than most cars because it's so heavy. They handle well. They're great. Your shrimp recipe. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Have you tried making it, Sheila? 66 in Winfield Dunn Parkway. Yeah, I mean, it's nasty right there. The old steakhouse right there, my friends. That's a good one. Yeah, Jackie, your car will be fine. Just make sure they clean it up when they get home. All right, let's go back to the radar. Oh, you did make it, Sheila? That's awesome. Isn't that recipe so good? Oh, so I made some like a shrimp. I think you're talking about the shrimp on the top of the cucumber with some guacamole on top. Is that what you're talking about? If that's the one, so good. I mean, if you like recipes, listen, I cook all the time. I cook most of our meals. If you like recipes, I'll start posting some recipes. I'm okay with that. Let's see. Going to Greece in September, Gina. Nice. Did you get to Paros Island by chance? No, in Greece we did Athens, Mykonos, and Santorini. I wish you the best of luck going in September. No, that's August. Never mind. This month is like the busiest time of the year. August is we went last year to Greece in July to the beginning of August, and I guess the entire month of August, it's holiday. So what they call it, it's holiday for like the entire all of Europe. And so with Europe being so close to Greece, everybody goes to Greece, Santorini and Mykonos, especially, I guess. That's what they say. And it was, they said it's just going to be nuts. And it was crazy when we were there, just super busy. But enjoy your trip to Greece. It is probably one of my most favorite trips I've ever taken. It was amazing. I'm in Maynardville. Lightning fried your TV in Maynardville. Oh, Charlotte. That is awful. I mean, we still have out there, just for East Tennessee right now, we have 2,700 lightning strikes. All right, Jill, I'll start sharing some recipes. I'm going to start doing some more reels, some recipes. You guys can enjoy that. Join me on social. Let's see. Dawn, I will start posting my friend. If you really want me to, I will. Choose. Doing Athens and Paros. Nice. Oh, man, Gina. It's a long plane ride, but it is so worth it. And it is awesome. Do a live cooking video. That would be cool. That could be kind of fun. I don't know. I would do that. Set up a couple cameras. I've got a few, you know. We just got home off of Chapman Highway 45 minutes ago. It was starting to get rough. I'm sure it's much worse now. The heaviest rain is Chapman Highway, John Sevier Highway, moving into Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg and Townsend. That's where we're seeing the strongest storms right now. We do have some heavy rain. Let's go back over to Cott County. National Weather Service. Let's see. Severe thunderstorm warning continues for Cocke and Jefferson County. And then weather. Let's see here. Good. So your weather pic sent to me from 20 minutes ago. I'm just looking at some pictures that go through the National Weather Service. I mean, it's a cool, dark, ominous sky, but that's pretty awesome. All right, so severe thunderstorm warning continues right now for Cott County. So severe thunderstorm warning still in effect until 4:45. It's 4:20 right now for southeastern Jefferson, northwestern Cocke, and northwestern Sevier counties. So 60-mile-per-hour winds. So we're talking Sevierville, Newport, Dandridge, Bainbury, Parrottsville, Bybee, Chestnut Hill, Harrisburg, Bird Crossing, and Fair Garden. We do have still a severe thunderstorm warning that continues right now. That will expire in 23 minutes. So we've only got a few more warnings left. Once the warnings are gone, I'll get off and leave you alone for the rest of the day. But I do appreciate you joining me. So severe thunderstorm warning for Loudoun, Knox, Anderson, Blount, Jefferson, Granger, and Sevier County. This runs until 4:45. Probably going to let that one expire soon. We've got one a little bit further to the south, another severe thunderstorm warning that will expire in 8 minutes. That basically includes Townsend and Wares Valley. Improving conditions here shortly for you. And then that we'll see better weather and still just some heavier rain on the backside of that. And then we still have, that's it, my friends. We've got basically 3 more severe thunderstorm warnings, and that's going to be it. But I'm going to stay here for you folks in Sevier County because we are getting the nasty cell moving its way into Sevier County right along the Parkway right now. So Sevierville, Gatlinburg, Townsend, Gatlinburg, you're getting Pittman Center. You're all getting ready to get some good, solid downpours. If we were to see hail out of that, it would be some pea-sized hail. I just don't think that we're going to see a lot of intense hail. Let's see. Yeah. So let's see here. I mean, no, hail's not really showing up right now. Hail mosaic. Let's see. Yeah, I just don't think hail's going to be the major player here, but some solid rainfall. And when you look at rainfall rates going in from Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, Townsend area, right now rainfall rates are running. Whoo, whoa, we are going to get dumped on. All right, so big time heavy rain. It looks like it on radar, but rainfall rates right now are running about 2 to 5 inches per hour. Is that right? Guess that's right. So let's see, two. Yeah. So we got 3 to 5 inch rainfall rates per hour right now, moving into Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, Townsend. So watch out for rising water. It is going to be a mess. If you're joining us from out of town, you're new to town. Listen, it's going to be dumping in a very busy part of East Tennessee, Sevier County, the peaceful side. Anybody doing some camping in Townsend here this hour? We've got one of my favorite campgrounds in Townsend, Little River, Little Arrow, little what's it called? Little Arrow River? No, Little River, Little Arrow. That's what it's called. Great campsite, by the way. Big shout out to the folks at Little Arrow and all the awesome campgrounds around East Tennessee. Strong winds have really picked up here in Bridgeport between Newport and Del Rio, and they will continue to pick up. Ashley, thanks for that update. Thunder, heavy rain, wind in Bainbury, just raining around Middlebrook. Yeah, Rhonda, you're good to go. Anybody in Knoxville West, you're good. Go enjoy your night. Lightning and horrible in Seymour, Chapman Highway. Neighbors called and said quarter-size hail off of Chapman Highway, Titsworth Springs area. All right, Mary Jo. So we did have, and again, remember, a severe thunderstorm warning signifies winds greater than 60 miles per hour and or hail the size of a quarter. And those are the only two things that signify a severe thunderstorm warning. Really come down now in Pigeon Forge. Can't hardly see out of the camper. Mickey, hang on tight. No major severe weather expected, but strong winds, very heavy rainfall showing up in Pigeon Forge right now. So hang strong, hang tight. You'll be able to get out. Any plans for the evening into Pigeon Forge or Gatlinburg? Any plans for good dinner? Lots of power outages in Scott County. Let's go. I wish I could show you a power. Well, I can post the power outage map. But let's see what kind of power outages we have here. So what did you say, Scott County? Scott County has about 36% of the county without power, 14% of the county without power in Campbell County, 17% in the Kingston area. You go to Sevier County, 0.8%, 0.4%. So not a huge, no major. Oh, well, we got 30% without power in Cumberland County as well. So yeah, we've had some power outages, and you know, that's the case when we have this kind of a storm system roll its way through. We haven't had the extreme winds, but definitely strong enough to possibly produce some power outages. Let's see. Blunt, Sevier County, 425. So 425, Blunt, Sevier County, the National Weather Service continues that severe thunderstorm warning for you folks in Blunt, Sevier County. And that's just really right where I've got the camera zoomed in. That's where the heaviest rain is right now. That's where the strongest cells are right now. That's where the strongest wind is right now. Let's see. We've got a storm report coming in, I think. Oh, no, that's Nashville. So some strong winds. Let's see what kind of winds we're seeing inside. So I'm going to show you inside the storms. This is called velocity. This shows us what's going on inside the storms. And so this gives us a good idea of what kind of rain or what kind of wind we're seeing. Not always necessarily being translated to the surface. Pittman Center, maybe 30, 25, 30 mile per hour winds. Same with the Gatlinburg area, probably 20, 30 mile per hour winds. On the back side of this, all this green showing up in Seymour, 30 mile per hour winds over there. Sevierville, roughly 14, but increasing because just to your west, you've got about 30 mile per hour winds. So it is going to be rather windy and gusty. We've got some stronger winds, 40 mile per hour winds just to the northeast of Newport, possibly. Not necessarily all being transferred to the surface. Just keep that in mind when you look at winds in the atmosphere and associated with the Doppler radar. You go over to the radar. It just depends on how far away it is. So the further the radar beam is from your location, the higher that beam is. Because remember, the Earth is circular. Any flatlanders out there? And so as the radar beam is straight, so because the Earth is curved, you get this to happen. So the further away from the radar beam, the higher it goes in the atmosphere. Right now, just right around the Parrotsville area, you're talking about 17, 18 miles away from the radar. That's close. That's good because that gives us better ground truth, right, of what could actually be happening. That's actually at about 1,000 feet off the ground is where the radar beam is hitting. And so you can't always look at that saying, oh, okay, I've got some very heavy rain or wind. Not always the case. Let's go over to, speaking of wind, let's go over here real quick to Oak Ridge. Now, Oak Ridge from the radar is 50 miles. So now the radar beam is about almost 4,000 feet up, right? Like when we have low cloudy days, those clouds are at about 3, 4, 5,000 feet. That's about 3,700 feet. And the wind at about 3,700 feet, we're talking about 50 mile per hour winds. So could be a little breezy, if not a little gusty in the Oak Ridge community as those winds come in, if some of those get transferred to the surface, which probably likely not the case that they're going to get really transferred to the surface per se, because we don't really have anything to tap into those upper level winds. We've got some solid rain, but that's really about the extent of it. Let's see, Polk County. Let's go back to chat here real quick. Got about 134 people on here still. Lisa, pull out the boat. Seymour is flooding bad. Oh, Doris, thank you very much for that. Apparently, Seymour is flooding bad. Let me write that to the National Weather Service. And let's see if they make sure they haven't said anything about that yet. So flash flood warning. Oh. Okay, yeah. There we go. So Boys Creek, about 1.2 inches of rainfall has been reported in the last hour. And so, some heavy rain there. So the National Weather Service has actually issued a flash flood warning. Let me show you what that looks like. Flash flood warning now for parts of Knox County. So I'm going to show you the rainfall amounts because it'll propose better if I show you that. Storm total accumulation. Let's not loop it, but you can see how fast the rain. Look at this. See how fast the rain. This is a 30-minute radar loop right along Chapman Highway, Seymour area. So yeah, that's why Seymour is flooding, and so that's why the National Weather Service has issued that flash flood warning. So flash flood warning would be for areas. Let me help you out here. I'll give you that flash flood warning. Flash flood warning. So inside that warning, we've got, let me see here. Hold on. Stand by. 3-hour accumulation. So the heaviest rain has fallen right along 411, so Pleasant Hill. Flash flood warning continues, has been issued for you folks in Pleasant Hill. You picked up about 2.5 inches of rainfall. Places like Seymour. So where we just got that report, Seymour has picked up about 2.5 inches of rainfall. 2.7 right around Valley Grove. You're talking about Dry Hollow Road, Boyd's Creek Highway. So Boyd's Creek Highway, Newell Station, Chapman Highway picking up about 2. So this is why the National Weather Service has issued that flash flood warning for this area, because that area has picked up upwards of about 2.5, about 2.5 inches of rainfall there. So flash flood warning. Let me just give you the details on that. See what the National Weather Service says. Flash flood warning is in effect for 2 hours and 42 minutes for northeastern Blount, southeastern Jefferson, Knox County, and central Sevier County. Doppler radar indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the warned area. Additional rainfall amounts of 1.5 to 3 inches are possible. See if that happens, but flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly. Areas that include in that South Knoxville, Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, Pittman Center, McMahan, Kodak, Harrisburg, Kimberlin Heights, Seymour, Fair Garden, Bird Crossing, Chestnut Hill, Lake Forest, Wildwood, and the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. So that's what the flash flood warning is for. So flash flooding is going to be a concern right there on Chapman Highway. Chapman Highway, do travel safely if you're on the Chapman Highway. If you have plans to be on Chapman Highway, that's where we're seeing some incredible amounts of rain. Let's go back to the Weather Service. All right, nothing yet from them. Let's go back to the chat here for a second. Seymour's flooding bad. By the way, Doris, thank you for that. And again, that's why the National Weather Service has issued that. It's still noisy, but calmed down a bit. So Mooresburg's calmed down. She can see the cows. Yay, Liz! You can see the cows now across. Because when it's torrential downpours, you just can't see anything, right? Great. Even the weather is moving into Tennessee. Somebody inform. Here's a good one from Larry. He says, great, even the weather is moving to Tennessee. Even though bad weather is moving to Tennessee. Somebody inform Tornado Alley that they can have their weather back. This is not August weather. Listen, fall's right around the corner. Have you guys been in the stores? Fall stuff, Halloween, fall stuff. I mean, what? Pumpkin spice lattes are already out. And so... heads up, again, we are going to continue to watch these storms. We've got a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings still. Severe thunderstorm warning continues. Well, that's North Carolina. No, Monroe County, Tennessee continues right now, but into the mountains. So, I mean, we're really starting to see improving conditions. That really the biggest, not concern. Let me go back to radar. One of the biggest areas that we're talking about right now would be, so Greene County. Remember we're talking about Greene County? The National Weather Service has now issued a severe thunderstorm warning. Let's see, severe thunderstorm warning for central, let's get that back up. For central Cott County and Greene County. Thunderstorms located along a line extending from White Pine to near Newport to 10 miles northwest of the Smoky Mountains. They're moving to the northeast at 30 miles per hour. So it's radar indicated. Could see winds of about 60 miles per hour, not to mention heavy rain. You know, Cott County, you're known right along the Pigeon River in Cott County? I think it is. The Pigeon River, you're known for getting some localized flooding. So watch out for that. And again, into the national park. I mean, you know, obviously Pigeon Forge, let's see. The good news is like that where we do have the flash flood warning is not actually in the mountains, but all that water comes off the mountain. So if anyone in the national park, if anybody's camping right now and watching us or watching me, I guess there's no us anymore. It's just me. Watching me. Listen, you know, the mountains get dumped on. All that water from up above comes down the rivers and the creeks and the streams and then flows out. It's got to go somewhere. And so some of those camping spots that are beautiful camping spots could be flooded or could see some minor flooding anyways. Just watch out for that. The water's going to be running fast. Don't get into the river, obviously, if you're in that area, as we will continue to hopefully see this expire. Again, this will take 2 hours and 38 minutes is what that flash flood warning is for. And then, let's see. So we're getting reports of some creeks of concern. So if you live by these creeks, by the way, in I'm gonna list out some creeks. If you are in this area where the flash flood warning continues, keep in mind this could be some concern here. So Boyd's Creek, Reagan Branch, Gist Creek, Bridge Creek, and Knob Creek. Those are all the areas that are close to the flash flood guidance, and that's why they issued that. Let's see. Let's go back to chat for a second. Regina, what are you talking about? Where is this for? What are you talking about? Jen. So ready for this pattern to be over. I hate pumpkin spice, but I'll drink it if it means these storms will end. All right, everybody, let's tell Jen that she's got to drink some pumpkin spice lattes because she doesn't like them. But if she has to, she'll do it for us. She's taking one for the team, my friends. Let's say great, even though we're let's see. I think I'm pretty much caught up on chat, so we're almost done, folks. Almost done. Greene County, Cott County. Anybody driving along 81? Better chug them fast. I guess if you don't like it, just plug your nose, right, Chris? Plug your nose. If you can't smell it, you can't taste it, right? Is that what they say? I appreciate you all for your sense of humor. At least we all can have a little bit of a sense of humor. Let's see here. You want to know something crazy? Let's see here. In the past 5 days, where we do have the flash flood warning right around Boyd's Creek, in the past 5 days, let's see here, we have picked up about almost 5 inches of rainfall right around the Boyd's Creek area. Is that not nuts? In 5 days, right around Gatlinburg. Well, let's see, not really in Gatlinburg, but let's see where else. Past 5 days, I mean, really just about 3.5 to 5 inches of rainfall in the past 5 days. All right, Jen, you don't have to drink that pumpkin spice latte. I'm done with this kind of weather too. I'm ready for some good old solid summertime weather to end the rest of summer. Trees down in Seymour, tree down off of Burnett Station Road. Melanie, I'm going to pass that along, if you don't mind, to the National Weather Service. Trees down in Seymour. Burnett Station Road. Anybody in Seymour right now that's seen the flooding? All right. So Marcia picked up about 2 inches of rainfall in South Knoxville. Brian, welcome. Just moved into a new apartment. Let's see here. Mary. Let's see. Let me loop this radar so you guys can see kind of how it's forming and moving out slowly but surely. Really, anybody west along Interstate 75 or west, anybody towards Bean Station, Rutledge, Tazewell, Sneedville, Burgoynesville, Rogersville, you're good to go. No issues there, just some heavier rain. Some heavier rain and stronger thunderstorms pushing into the Greenville area as we speak. So you can see how that's getting ready to push its way out of Mossheim into Greenville and Tusculum. Severe thunderstorm warning now for, let's see, that's Cherokee in North Carolina and Clay, North Carolina, so not us. We've got heavy rain. Yeah, there's more heavy rain out of Parrottsville. Let's go back to Pigeon Forge. So you see how the dark shades of reds start to fade away into the lighter shades of oranges and yellows and greens. That's a lightning trend. I mean, a lightning trend. Like lightning of the rain. The rain is starting to fade. I guess I can't say lightning if I'm talking about severe weather. because that is lightning. Let's see here. So we've got 2 flash flood warnings. We've got 1, basically 2, 3, 3 severe thunderstorm warnings. And we picked up some heavy rain. So just heads up in Gatlinburg, Pittman Center, Sevierville. That's where the rain and the heaviest rain will continue along with you folks into the Greene County area. Let's see. Hello, Ray. Ray from Powell. How you doing, buddy? Loud thunder and rain in Newmarket. Thank you, Jen. Melanie, Macon Lane, Seymour, tree down. Macon Lane, Seymour. Like when you're talking about trees down, are we talking like big trees? Are we talking about little branches? I just wanted to be able to inform the National Weather Service because they issue storm reports, and so that's all this information goes in there. Keith, fun times diverted to Savannah due to the storm in Knoxville. Huh. Were you flying, Keith? Or were you riding? Were you a passenger or the pilot? Let's see. It stormed here in Washburn for about 30 minutes ago. Now another one is coming through. Yeah, but Washburn, Granger County, you'll be fine. No warnings there. Finally slowing down in Seymour, but have seen several limbs down as well as lawn chairs in the road along 411. Wind must have been pretty strong around there. Doris, it was pretty strong for sure. I heard trees were down off of Gallagher View. Is that true? I have not heard that, Lisa. I don't know. If anybody can confirm Gallagher View Road in West Knoxville. I've heard of some trees down. My neighbors washed their cars today. That's why it rained again. And sorry I didn't join you at the pool, Daniel. Tried to. But then this happened. I should have texted you and told you it was going to happen. Let's see. It's getting hot in here. No, I had 911 calling. Replying to K. Melanie's replying to K. She's running a little on Monday sweat. No, I had to call 911. It was on fire. Okay, I suppose that's something else. So this is the future. Hey, Mike, there is heavy rain and lots of lightning in Tellico Village. Yeah, the lightning is not over. So the lightning is still continuing. We've got 1,700 lightning strikes. Well, we've got more than that. Let's see. We've got all of East Tennessee right now. We have, yeah, like 1,700. Well, no, we've got all of East Tennessee. We have about 2,300 lightning strikes, all of East Tennessee. Okay. So there is still quite a bit of lightning. You don't have to have the worst of the worst to be like to see lightning. There is lightning on the backside of the storm. But thanks for the report, April. I do appreciate it. And rain and wind and White Pine. Lisa, you're welcome. Kathy says they shut down the rides at Dollywood, as they should, and closed Soaky Mountain and likely Splash Country. Haven't heard about that. Trees over the road, it's blocked. Oh, so the road is blocked. So that's Macon Lane, Seymour. The road is blocked. Thank you, Melanie. Let me pass that along to the National Weather Service. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Apparently there's a water rescue going on in Blount County. So this is not good. So there's a water rescue going on in Blount County right now. Apparently a tree fell on some people. I don't know. We'll see what happens. That's why, and that's why I went on, right? Because severe weather is severe weather. I mean, you just never know. When you have severe thunderstorm warnings, they're issued for a reason. You never know what's going to happen or how that's going to play out. Oh, man. Hold on a second. My computer's going to die. And then I'm out of here. Probably about that time anyway. So let me take you back to the radar here for a second. Back. Hey, I'm back. I think the only way to stay with you right now, might have to turn that light off. Let's see what you say. The live has gone silent. Can you not hear me? Let's see. The birds are back at my feet here in Seymour. Still no power in Seymour. Can't make your frozen dinner, Mark. Come on. Ah, Tracy. Nice. I will. Tracy Little. Nice to see you. Somebody grab the lifeline power cable. Stat. I know, Chris. I don't. I'll just lose this light. If you don't care that I'm not lit, c'est la vie, right? Starting to fog up, and thunder and rain exit 8. The live has gone silent. I was working on trying to get power back to my computer. Thank you, Mike, for keeping us up to date. Mike, where'd you go? I'm right here. It's always good seeing you on here. Still, give us the weather updates. Keep us informed, man. Thank you, Dustin. I appreciate you. And it's nice. Yes, hooray, he's back. The wind has picked up again in Newmarket all of a sudden. Let me go back to the radar. So, and I think the wind will pick up. Let me show you velocity. I'm probably going to lose you, but yeah, up towards Parrotsville, Greenville, maybe 40, 50 mile per hour winds, not necessarily being transferred to the surface, but close. In the mountains, probably, if you live at about 1,000 feet off the surface or in elevation, you're probably getting 40 to nearly 50 mile per hour winds. So Newmarket, likely to, 30, 40 mile per hour winds. On the backside of that, Jefferson City, possibility of 20, 30 mile per hour winds. Even further back, probably 20 or 30 mile per hour winds. It's not windy here. So let's see. So we still have one severe thunderstorm warning for Greene County. This will expire in 20 minutes. It does include places like Greenville, Hot Springs, North Carolina, the Tusculum area. Rainfall rates have been pretty heavy with this. This is going to quickly move on out, so improving conditions for Greene County. And the good news is, folks, this is all moving its way on now. Remember, I told you it's 4:52. I told you about 6 to... Well, we may see improving conditions in Clinton. Clinton, listen to this. This is good news. Look at to the northwest of you. Since it's sliding to the southeast,